Hey guys, welcome back to Pennies and Salt. I am actually sitting in my driveway getting ready to head out to Aldi for some mama time and to do our 2-week grocery haul. We did a once a month grocery haul last month, and it actually worked really well. We came in right around $6.50, I think, which might seem like a ton, but we include any household stuff into our budget for that. So diapers included for our children, and cleaning stuff and toilet paper, any of that stuff. So but however, this month we are able to do the once a month just because of the way that paydays fall and bills and life happens kind of stuff. And so we're going to be doing 2-week hauls again, and then hopefully go back to once a month starting in October. And so I'm going to share with you today just what our meal plan is for those next 2 weeks and what we get from Aldi. On our Aldi trip, I'm going to kind of survey the downstairs freezer. This is all like frozen peppers and onions and things like that. I will use some of those, but I'll also be buying some onions. We still have a ton of peppers coming out of the garden. We've got quite a bit of chicken breast still because I overbought the last time. I believe that's chicken thighs. And then we've got a pack of tortillas. And then that is some sausage. And then there's even a giant sirloin steak in there. So that is what's in the downstairs freezer. So I will not have to buy a lot of meat, because when I find it cheap or whatever, I usually freeze it and it keeps for a good while. Downstairs fridge, we've got 2 huge packs of apples still from when we went apple picking. So we want to buy apples, and that will help a lot with produce. I'm going to show you what our meal plan is going to be for the next 2 weeks or so. And so first I have spaghetti, and I have all of these ingredients actually in the fridge upstairs. I've got my last pound of beef and some sausage that was left over from last month. I've got it thawing in the upstairs fridge. And then I'll just need to make bread. I meant to add on here, I am going to be getting salad ingredients to go with this as well. Then the next night we're going to have the 15-minute chicken bake. And so I've listed a few things. Some of this stuff like this is frozen in the freezer, so we won't need it. We'll be using leftover bread. This makes 2 loaves. And then I will have to buy some onions, which actually I've got some frozen in the freezer, but I'm still going to buy some. Then we'll have a leftovers night. Then we're going to have sausage, peppers, and onions one night. And so I need to get some chicken sausage. We've got tons of peppers. I'm already going to be buying onions. Plus we have some frozen salad that we would be having up here as well. And then potatoes. Just some potatoes with that. Then chicken fried rice. I've got some chicken thighs in the freezer that I'm going to be using for that, just some boneless, skinless ones. Then again, we've got onions, plus I'm buying some. I've already got a bag of frozen peas and carrots in the upstairs freezer that I saw earlier. And then we've got a ton of rice, so I should not need to buy rice. Then we're going to be having burrito bowls, and to go with the rice, I'm going to be like making a ton of it so that I don't have to make it the next night. So we're having burrito bowls. We're gonna do turkey with this one, ground turkey. Then I need to get some cheese, some avocado, a can of black beans. I've already got a can of corn, so I didn't put it on there. I need a can of Rotel because that's what I cook the rice in for this. And then I'm gonna pick up some cilantro. Then we're gonna have homemade pizza. I've already got the ingredients for the crust and everything. We've actually already got the cheese because Kroger had a really good sale last month in one of my fill-in hauls, and they had cheese 99 cents a bag, so we stocked up on mozzarella cheese. And so I just need to pick up pepperoni and then a jar of sauce. I've made sauce in the past, but that's not something like this is more of a convenience thing, out of all honesty. So some things you just let go. And then, like I said, we've got a ton of cheese. We've also got, you know, we'll have onions. We have peppers coming out of the garden. You know, I'm sure I'll pick up some mushrooms, because for my lunches, I like to just do stir fries of vegetables and stuff. So we've got plenty of toppings there. Then leftovers again. So we'll have all kinds of different stuff, but especially we'll have leftover homemade pizza, I'm sure, because it makes a ton of pizza. Then we'll have white chicken chili. I've got a whole chicken, I believe. I'm almost positive that it's up behind some of the other stuff in the downstairs freezer. If not, I've got tons of chicken breasts, so this is covered. Then I need to pick up some green chilies, some chicken broth. Again, I know I can make this, but convenience here, people. I need some Great Northern beans, some cheese, but this will be the same cheese that I use in the burrito bowls. And then some sour cream, again, that can be used in the burrito bowls. Then lo mein. We've got tons of chicken, so I don't need to worry about that. We've got the lo mein noodles. We've got the coconut aminos. I'm going to get some broccoli specifically for that. And then we'll have onions with that as well. My kids love this. It's actually spicy chicken lo mein. And then here I have grilled meats and veggies. So my plan is to anything that I find in the freezer, we're going to use it up, and we're just going to do one big grill session and make whatever's in the freezer grilled. Then we're going to do the same thing. Whatever fresh produce veggies we have left, we're just going to eat them up. And this may even end up stretching for 3 nights. It just depends on how much is left in the freezer. And so, yeah. So that is our meal plan for the next 2 weeks or so. For lunch, I'm going to pick up some loaves of bread, get some tuna for tuna melts, peanut butter, mac and cheese one day with fruit, and there's the produce. Tortillas, which actually I don't need because we have some in the freezer. And then some sliced cheese to make grilled cheese one day. Then breakfast hash is basically just like a scramble with like breakfast potatoes and eggs and sausage and yeah, and peppers. My kids really like this, and it's very filling. And if we have any leftover tortillas that are in the freezer that we don't use here, we could probably use what's left over to make some breakfast burritos for the next night. Then eggs, toast, and yogurt. We'll probably have that 2 or 3 days. Cereal. I rarely buy cereal, but I'm going to this time just because people. We're just going to do some cereal a couple of days this week. My kids have been asking for it a lot, and it's kind of a treat for them. And then oatmeal. Oatmeal is so versatile, and I actually don't need to buy any because I found an empty container of it, or I mean not empty, a full unopened container of it after I already bought a new container, plus I had a half of one from last month. So we have plenty of oatmeal, and we've got like apples in the fridge and all that kind of stuff we can add to it. We've got nuts and stuff like that that we have already on hand. For a treat, we've got tons of apples, and I have everything to make this gluten-free apple crisp except for plain yogurt. So I'm going to pick up a couple of containers of plain Greek yogurt just so we have those on hand, so when we want a special treat we can make this. And actually this apple crisp really doesn't have that much quote-unquote bad stuff in it, and has less sugar than some stuff that people eat for breakfast, so this can even double as something that you eat for breakfast. Oh, I also need to get pecans, so let me write that in there. So because we do have a few nuts, but not pecans. And then I also need to look at snacks, which we've got a ton of apples, so we could do apples and peanut butter, which my kids love, or just apples. I'll probably pick up a few just junky snack things. I know that sounds awful, but that's really what it is. But that's kind of treats. And we also have just a few of the granola bars that we bought from Costco last month left. So we won't need a ton of snacks, and I try to deter them from this. And then we need dishwasher soap. So that is what we're going to be getting at Aldi today. So I will show you when we get back what all we get. So there you have it. My total was $82.67 for the next 2 weeks, and that is for every meal. So there you go. So here is our haul from Aldi. This combined with things that we already have in the freezer and in the pantry will last us about 2 weeks. So as you've seen or heard if you've watched my other videos, we don't drink a lot of milk, so this will definitely last for 2 weeks. So and then this is for Lily, and then we've got our bag of potatoes. I also have a few potatoes left from last month, just like I have a little bit of spinach left, or half a thing of spinach from last month. So we got spinach and lettuce for salads, a thing of raspberries, a big bunch of bananas, 2 loaves of bread. These were only $2.99. Some broccoli, onions, and an avocado that I got really green so it would last a while. My various cans of things that I needed. Cheeses, that's for grilled cheese, that's for a couple of meals to shred. This is for our lo mein. Salads or snacks, that's for a meal, that's for a meal. Homemade pizzas, 3 things of tuna for tuna melts, that's for a lunch. The mac and cheese, this is for breakfast to put our homemade jam on, and other, probably the raspberries. 2 dozen eggs, some Honey Nut Crispy Oats. This is snacks right here, treats, whatever. This is for apple crisps, and that's also why I got the plain yogurt. And then junky stuff. The kids have been begging for Cheetos, and then I also got these, and then some blue corn tortilla chips to eat with some salsa that we can this summer, and then our dishwasher soap. So the only thing that they didn't have was the green chilies for my white chicken chili, and I'm hoping that I have some in the pantry that I just overlooked. So that is our Aldi haul, and that should last us 2 weeks, like I said, combined with what we already have in our freezers, left over from last month, or in our pantries.